Located at the foothills of the Berkshires in western Massachusetts, the city of Westfield was among the earliest American settlements. Today, the city is filled with more than 40,000 residents and looks very different from the pre-revolutionary hamlet it once was. But recent actions taken by the local Public Works Department show the city's pioneering spirit is still very much alive.
The city of Westfield lies about halfway between Boston and Albany, New York. It's a beautiful community. It's bisected by the Westfield River, which is a haven for wildlife. It's a great place for people who love the outdoors.
The city of Westfield is very like most New England communities. They have a finite budget. They don't have buckets of money on hand to pour into water infrastructure.
We first became aware of this when EPA, the entire Environmental Protection Agency, came out with UCMR 3. UCMR stands for Unregulated Contaminant Monitoring Rule. One of the compounds of interest was the perfluorinated carbons. So we tested all of our groundwater, which is what it required us to do, and we found it present in 4 of our 8 wells.
While there were no federal regulations in place, city officials decided on a proactive approach, shutting off 2 of its wells that contained PFAS at levels exceeding the EPA recommended limit.
PFAS, to me, feels different. It seems to be showing up all over the place right at once. There are health advisories coming out rapidly on PFAS. So this is really one of the biggest water treatment challenges and the fastest moving water treatment challenge that I've seen. One of the challenges we faced was the natural desire of the city and others to begin as rapidly as possible. And I think that our approach was to make sure that the treatment solution was going to work before launching into it, before building millions of dollars in infrastructure. So it was proceeding quickly but carefully.
And there was a lot of misinformation out there. We had to educate the public on what this was and how we plan to address it and what we're going to do moving forward. There was a little bit of pushback. It was a surprisingly polarizing issue.
When engaging the public on human health risks associated with PFAS, we want to be sure that we are having a continuous exchange between us and especially the public. We're not going to have all the answers up front. No matter how much we prepare for a public meeting, there will always be questions that come up that we're going to have to take back as a team, identify the information to help address those concerns, or sometimes we'll have to just communicate that we don't know the answer to that question right now, and this is where the state of the science is.
They issued an advisory for PFAS, so it's not a limit, it's not something that's on our federal permit. It's just an advisory, which means that you should start looking at what you need to do to address it. Our experience and history with the EPA, we really knew where this was headed, and even though drinking water is a small contributor, we still felt it's our responsibility to remove whatever we found to a non-detect level.
The lab for CDM Smith played a huge role in the success of our project. For us, as the project execution folks here locally, we're able to rely on the lab to independently test a couple of types of granular carbon. We don't have a horse in the race. We're able to test without bias and make sure that one carbon or the other or both are going to succeed for this particular water.
The purpose of the bench scale testing really was to make sure there were no constituents that would interfere with the GAC filtration. There were some other communities, even in Massachusetts, that chose not to do that, and they had constituents in the water that did clog their filters.
With a plan in place, CDM Smith helped Westfield design a new water treatment facility that featured granular activated carbon.
We were building 2 treatment plants to remove everything that we can. And our goal is to remove it down to non-detect.
So the city of Westfield is going to feel a very noticeable impact as a result of this project. This project is going to restore the use of wells 7 and 8, which combined are good for almost 4 million gallons a day.
People should have complete confidence in their Public Works Department. This is what we do. We deliver clean, safe drinking water every day, and we will continue to do that.